was right about the shoe. The shoe was not the same in the pic shown in court as the shoe pulled from the evidence bag by Trooper Bukake.
And you mentioned you're at the hospital. There was a sneaker. One.
Yes.
Bukake! Bukake!
Woo! Good evening, friends, or late afternoon, or whatever the fuck you call 5:30 in the afternoon. How's it going, guys? I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone's having a nice late afternoon or evening. Yeah, it's been an interesting week, I'd say. Yeah. We are going to go over as quickly as I can. There's definitely, some small talk I want to make and whatnot. It is what it is. This is what we do. Listen, with the whole like, guys, I only didn't stream for like a couple of days. Well, even with members, like I still did Clever Walks. I just couldn't do it for one day. Now, was I scared? Yeah, of course I was scared. Because here's the thing. I was worried because like the stream just abruptly ended, right? I got an email as to why the stream was removed. Okay, cool. Then I swear to God, it happened like this. I was just going through my phone and I hit the plus button and I was going to look at my posts because that was the quickest way I thought to get to look at my posts. Because I had posted some things in the community and I accidentally hit live by accident, and then it told me that my ability to go live was disabled. Had I not accidentally just, just sat there fiddling with my phone and hitting the wrong shit just because I do that all the time anyway. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have known that I wasn't able to stream. And I saw it, like, that was a screenshot that I posted in community showing that. And the thing is I didn't get an email about that. All I got was an email saying that the stream had got removed, not my ability to stream. And so I got worried about that, because I didn't get an email. I was like, I didn't know if it was, I didn't know for how long, I didn't know if it was permanent. So that had me a little worried. But big shout out to Runkle of the Bailey, Runks, my man, Ian Runkle. Cherry reached out to him. He took his valuable time to talk to Cherry, and he explained that he went through something almost identical, very similar, and they suspended him from streaming for a week. So my way of looking at it is, I don't like to worry, and I don't like to complain. I don't like to put out negativity if I can possibly help it. And so I was like, okay, well, it's not going to do any good to worry. So if a week goes by and I still can't stream, then I'll start to worry. And then the next day, Aiden did his weekend live stream. And I was hoping it was 24 hours later, because I kept checking, I kept checking. Can I stream yet? Can I stream yet? Thinking that. And so Aiden ended his stream, and then I went and checked again, and then I was able to, and I was like, oh shit, hell yeah. So it worked out. It was really good that happened. And it turned out to be 24 hours after the stream had got cut off. And it was really funny because if you guys, those of you who were here while I was live and that stream got cut off, I was on the phone with Brenda from Canada. Okay. Brenda from Canada. We all love when Brenda from Canada calls. One more thing I just want to say, right. So Brenda from Canada had called. I was on the phone with her. I was going to end the stream after I hung up with her. I was going to make the phone call with her very funny, and I was going to end the stream. And the thing is I then saw that my stream had ended abruptly. I looked and I was like, wait a second, what the fuck happened to my stream? It's gone. I saw the email. Brenda was still talking, by the way. I was still on the phone with Brenda, because it's not like my internet got cut off. My Google Voice was still going, and I was on the phone with Brenda. Brenda was still talking. Stream had ended. I go, hey, Brenda. The stream is over. The stream ended. The stream ended abruptly. I've got to go find out what happened here. I don't know what's going on. So I gotta let you go. Oh, wow. Okay. But I just want to tell you one more thing. And so and then I was like, I swear this happened. I'm not saying this as a bit. Like, it absolutely happened. And Brenda, if you're listening to me, I'm sorry I hung up on you. I had to. You would not. I had to go. There was a channel emergency, and I had to go. So I'm sorry that I hung up on you. But yeah, it was the show is over, and you called into the show. So yeah. And this is exactly as Brenda would be expected to do. Which, by the way, it was adorable. It was hilarious. Because I wasn't mad, or I was just like, dude, like I was like, yo, it totally happened. It was really funny. It actually made light of the situation because I was giggling about it. I was just like, okay. So I'm what I'm gonna do tonight is I am gonna go over the barbecue that Bradl inflicted on on Noonan today. I thought it was pretty great. It was wonderful. And I watched a little bit on Melanie Little, but I watched most of it on Rekieta Law's channel, on the Rekieta Law channel, Nick Rekieta's channel. Fucking love that guy. And I love that he's covering this. And we may be doing something, I don't know, in the very near future. Hopefully, it just depends. I mean, if he reaches out to me, I'm down. I let him know I was down. But he mentioned doing a stream talking about this case, which I would love to do. And we'll see how that works out. But his chat only second to this one. Like, his chat is fucking hilarious. So much fun. Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude. The thing is when it comes to great YouTube creators, you got to understand Nick Rekieta is the OG law tuber, dude. You know, like, he's the one who set the standard, in my opinion. And I love that shit. Like, he's, you know, his coverage of the Depp trial was just incredible, and it was just the right flavor that covering that trial needed. He's one of a kind. He's just excellent at what he does, and he's excellent at what he does because he's genuine, he doesn't hold back, and he loves doing what he does. And that's something I absolutely respect and can relate to. So yeah, any chance I get to do a stream with Nick, I'm down always. Yeah, I mean, of course, dude. Melanie Little is fantastic. Of course, but that's the thing, man. The cool thing about YouTube is, like, you could just switch back and forth. You know what I mean? Like, there's an abundance of interesting creators out there talking about things that you are currently interested in. There's no reason why you shouldn't explore and check things out. There's no, like, competition here. That's faux. That's an illusion. There's no competition. There's, okay, I'll check this out, I'll check that out. If there's something that I don't want to miss, then I'll catch the replay of this one. You know, it's just that there's nothing wrong with that. There's no disloyalty. Like, if a creator makes you feel like that, then you know, that's a turn off for me anyway. You know, but yeah, absolutely. Like, you should, you know, check out every creator. You know, you should check out every perspective from different creators who are talking about the topics that you're interested in. That's it's YouTube is a tool. You use it, utilize it. Now, I will be going live on Mazza Media's at 7:30. So we only have so much time. So I'm going to play this at high speed. And we may not even finish it. But we're just going to go over the testimony, the cross-examination of Nunan today. So, like I said, we may not go over it all because I don't have a lot of time, but I am going to be jumping on Maz's stream at 7:30, so we will be talking about it at the very least. So make sure to check out Mazza Media at 7:30. Last night was awesome because I was up there with Lauren and Lori and Britt and the mighty one, Mark Betterow. And we had a great time. It was fantastic. Now, what I'm going to do here, before we get started on that, today's cross-examination, today's barbecue, I'm going to share this link in the chat, and I want you to stop what you're doing right now and go give this a like, and make sure to subscribe to Fervent if you're not subscribed to Fervent. I'm going to let Fervent here give us a recap of day one of the trial, because Fervent is absolutely amazing and is killing it lately. So make sure to stop what you're doing right now. Click on the link that I just dropped in chat and go give it a like and subscribe to Fervent if you're not already. But here's Fervent's recap of yesterday.
Day one of the Kelsey Fitzsimmons trial. Our pretrial entertainment is watching little law girl untangle her ear pods. The court arrives at 9:40. That's what we call in the biz the Canoni start time. Before we start, attorney Tim Bradl looks around and is like, there's a lot of witnesses just hanging out in the gallery here despite a sequestration order. Judge, can you please kick these bitches out? After he does so, Tom CPU catches a couple of them streaming the opening statements, once again defying the sequestration order. Prosecutor Gubertos or something?
I mean, God's work, people. Fucking God's work. Tom CPU catches them streaming, even though they're sequestered. Nice.
Gets up for his opening.
Okay.
He says that Justin...
Only one applause.
Guys, sorry, I'm terrible with
for...
names. How does Justin pronounce his last
Only
name?
one applause for Tom.
Oh, thank you. So Justin Alien gets a restraining order on Kelsey, which led to 3 North Andover officers going to her home to serve her. The gist of the argument is that Kelsey pointed the gun at Officer Noonan. Noonan was like, hey, don't do that, before firing twice and hitting her in the chest. Attorney Bradl then opens with this.
Kelsey, no. Kelsey, no. You don't say that when you're staring at the muzzle of a gun pointed at you. You say that to a person who has a gun to their head. And you don't shoot someone in the chest when they are seeking clearly to only harm themselves. And when you do that, you quickly realize, Your Honor, that you need to adjust the narrative to save yourself.
He says Kelsey was pointing the gun at herself and that she considered Officers Noonan and Houston as friends, so she didn't necessarily have a motive to harm them. He says the gun was found under her leg, which would defy the laws of physics if she was pointing it at Officer Noonan when she was shot. However, I don't know if I believe that based on what I know about physics from my favorite expert witness, who explains how this very well could be possible.
I know it's Paul. I knew it.
It just did.
I fucking knew it.
Lieutenant Sean Daly is first on the stand. He says he called the alien to the house and pretty much let him rummage through the garage unsupervised.
Now, he called asshole to the house after he stated that you don't call the person who has filed the restraining order to the house of the person who he has a restraining order against. Like, bizarre.
Despite the fact that apparently Justin Alien said, quote, I wouldn't be surprised if you shot the baby in front of you. So this guy was claiming to be deathly afraid of Kelsey Fitzsimmons, but yet has no problem entering the same home as her. Some video footage is submitted into evidence, which we will get to in a minute. But first, Sister Alien takes the stand. She says Justin is the kindest, sweetest person that she knew of from whatever planet these people came from. She went with Justin to file the emergency restraining order. She said a cop let them into the house. Bradl stands up, plays the video, impeaches the hell out of her, and sits back down. Then we get to Justin Alien. We go through his extensive background of all these grueling boot camps that he went through, and his
Look at this
training and his
asshole.
ability to protect himself and others. And this would have been so much more effective if we didn't just see how he reacted to hearing gunshots.
Oh my God. Yes.
He
Yes.
struggles with the concept of a yes or no answer. Each question he gives a lengthy diatribe. He claims that he was afraid for his son's safety and that he was afraid of Kelsey, but yet he has no problem just wandering around the house while she's in it. A shocking lack of an in-depth cross. The cross lasted about 10 minutes, which I think surprised a lot of people considering the amount of dirt on the alien. But it seems Bradl is putting his eggs in the basket of discrediting the next witness, Officer Noonan, aka the mother shooter. He takes the stand looking like an older version of Brian LTL. He explains everything like he's playing a game of Call of Duty, with terms such as tap rack, double tap, terms he has to constantly explain to the judge. This extensive training helped him protect himself from a petite woman. He explains that Kelsey whipped around the corner of her bedroom and pointed the gun at his face. He then shot her in the chest. Unfortunately, we don't get to cross today. The judge pulls a page out of Cannoni's book and ends court early. Tomorrow morning should provide fireworks with the cross of Noonan.
It's okay. I love it. Yeah. Shut up. Fervent kills it, people. You gotta give it to him. All right, let's go over the cross-examination that happened today. But yeah, Fervent's been killing it. When I do another live stream later, I will go over more Fervent stuff because it's fucking great. Let me get to the beginning of this. Okay, here we go. The sound, of course, sucks.
Okay. We wouldn't, I could just tell you now that we don't want to, force these people to do it. We don't want to get into
Right.
anything with it, but.
I can tell you this from my perspective. Here I am talking again out of both sides of my mouth, which from my perspective, it's like no problem at all. And other than that, I think we left off.
Sorry, guys. Normally, I would just go through all of this, but I'm trying to manage time here because I got till 7:30 here. So,
Good morning, sir.
Reminding you that you're still under oath from yesterday. Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
All set, Mr. Kubatosi?
Thank you. Sir, I just had a couple more questions for you. The firearm that you used on the 30th, what happened to it after you left the residence?
So I secured the scene, and then once more officers showed up, they relieved me, and the chief had me walk with him to his car, and he took my firearm and he gave me his.
You talked about Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Do you see her in the courtroom today?
I do.
Can you point to her and describe an article of clothing that she's wearing?
She's wearing a sweater.
May the record reflect she has identified the defendant.
Yes, it may.
Thank you. I have nothing else.
Okay. Cross-examination?
we did it, Tommy.
May I inquire?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Before we get into the case, I'm looking at your glasses. Are those glasses AI recording type glasses?
No,
Okay, so you're not recording anything, right?
absolutely not.
Okay. Let's go to June 30th at Kelsey Fitzsimmons' house. What time did you get there?
I think right around 6 or 5:30.
That's a wild question that Bradl asked right there. Like, I've never seen that before.
That visit.
And I'm sure it happens, but it was wild that Bradl was like, "Are you recording this?" Like with your glasses? Is there like a micro camera in your glasses?
Was that when you got there, you didn't secure the firearms, did you?
No, we didn't.
And you, collectively, meaning the three of you, you brought the guy getting the restraining order to the person he claims he's in fear of, correct?
I wasn't aware that Justin was en route. That was Lieutenant Daly when he made arrangements with Justin.
So you're saying that was, sorry, for insurance.
Justin and I.
That was not your part of this incident?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, and you're saying that, oh, sorry.
Excuse me one moment.
Oh, yeah, I heard that Jay Brill was there at the hearing. I thought that he would be taking over cross-examination. I'm surprised that didn't happen.
I want the jury box to be empty, so I just want to have the gentleman move. Sorry about that, sir. We'll make room for you. And just 1 second, Mr. Bradl. All set, Mr. Bradl. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Thank you. So, when did you become aware that Justin Elaine was coming to the house?
I wasn't aware.
Did you see him at all when you were there?
No.
You were aware that he came in and was walking around the house?
No.
You were not?
No.
You go upstairs with Kelsey and with Officer Houston, correct?
Yep.
Officer Houston leaves to see who's coming in downstairs?
There was an older woman that was causing a scene with Lieutenant Daly, and
The question was, did Houston go downstairs?
he did, to mitigate what was going on downstairs, is what my belief was.
And you were with Kelsey when she had gone into her bed, correct?
Yes.
Then you went down the stairs to see what was going on.
No,
You took some steps down the stairs, didn't you?
I did not.
Your testimony is that you stayed on that landing?
Yes.
Okay. Isn't it true you left Kelsey alone in that room for a period of time?
No.
You're serving an order on someone who's your colleague, correct?
Correct.
It's fair to say that this restraining order service isn't exactly going by the book, is it?
And from my past experience, it is.
Well, the guns are floating around out there.
Actually,
Like he had an opportunity here to just be like, yeah, it was a little unorthodox, you know. It's a little unusual. He could have just completely and totally just been like, if it had been up to me, fucking Justin wouldn't have been there. Simple.
Kelsey had stated the guns were downstairs in the basement in the safe.
I didn't ask you what she stated, did I?
Woo!
So, the guns are still floating around. You're serving a colleague. The guy comes to the house who's got the order. It's fair to say this isn't exactly a garden variety service of a restraining order, is it?
Who had to sit next to Jay Brill, though? Like, that's a bummer. Like, I imagine that he smells like fucking Brute and Grauel.
It's inaccurate.
It's inaccurate?
Yes.
Okay. And this is just another day for you?
No, it's not.
So, in fact, you were working, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You get a call from Houston.
Yes.
He tells you what the plan is, correct?
Yes, he said that.
He smells like peas. Get the
He told
fuck
you
out
what
of
the plan
here.
is, correct?
No. He asked me to meet up with him.
He told you that Kelsey's ex-fiance got a restraining order and that you had to serve it, get her firearms, and get the baby, didn't he?
Not on the phone, no.
And you said to Houston on the phone, whatever he said to you, your answer was, sounds good, right?
No.
That's not what you said.
I don't remember what I said to him.
Okay. Well, that's what you told the grand jury, isn't it?
Objection. Misstating what he told the grand jury.
Well, you can restate during redirect.
We'll get to that. We'll circle back
And I
on
prefer
this.
that both sides show a witness what they're referring to when they're trying to get
I will,
detail.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask you some questions about your relationship with
Dude, like his hair from this angle looks great. And then he turns around and it's like he went to the barber and was like, I want a skin fade, but only on this side. Like, wait, what? Yeah, I want to comb it over, but I want it to fade here, but over here,
Sure.
no fade.
You said that you didn't know her well,
That's correct.
and you said that she was on maternity leave most of the time. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And
Half a fade. Get it done,
also said
barber.
that you got along well with her, right?
For the time, I think we went to 1 or 2 calls together. Other than that, I worked a completely different shift. So
So
we got
yes or
along
no?
when we went to calls, yes.
Did you get along well with her or not?
Yeah.
And did you think well of her?
I really didn't have an opinion. I didn't have a
Maybe he shot the barber in the chest halfway through the fucking cut.
chance to really get to know her.
Well, do you know
I'm
Maurice
fucking
Lucy?
terrible.
Maurice
I'm fucking terrible.
Kelsey,
Oh my God.
I don't remember.
you called her a whack job, didn't you?
I don't recall.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bradl, I missed the question. Can you state
Sure.
it again?
So I asked him if he knew Miss Maureen Teresi, his neighbor,
Okay.
and I said that he gave his opinion of Kelsey to his neighbor, and that he called her a whack job. And then you can answer again, sir. What was your answer?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
I know, like the sound is terrible. Like it's like my earphones are custom to his fucking haircut right now because I can only hear it through one fucking side.
Or a whack job to your neighbor?
It's possible.
So that's what you really think about Kelsey, is that she's a whack job.
After she tried to kill me.
And at the time, you went in there loaded for bear, didn't you?
No.
Well, let's see. You told the state police that the job was to section her, didn't you?
It was spoken about that if she reacts badly during the restraining order, she may have to get sectioned.
Well, that's what you said, that you had pre-planned that you were going to section her.
It
The
wasn't
job was to
pre-planned.
section her, isn't that what you said?
No, that's inaccurate.
So,
We need to wait until, we can't.
I mean, he raised his arm with the clippers
quite a lot
and,
of
you
concern
know,
about, where Kelsey parked her car, correct?
Yes.
And you suggested at one point that you could box her in and take.
looked like he was about to raise his arm with the clippers.
So you were thinking that she was going to need to be sectioned, that she was a whack job, and that she needed to be boxed in and placed in custody, right? And that's what a state of mind were.
He has testified that he thought she was a whack job before he went.
Overruled.
Okay,
Those are all
so
things that were in your mindset, weren't they?
No.
Well, you
so
said
wait.
that you could box her earns about where Kelsey parked her car, correct?
Yes.
And you suggested at one point that you could box her in and take her into custody with respect to the car, right?
Yes.
So you were thinking that she was going to need to be sectioned, that she was a whack job, and that she needed to be boxed in and placed in custody, right? And that's what a state of mind were.
Okay, so Bradl just threw that in there. Okay, I want to be very clear that there's nothing on record that states that Noonan called Kelsey a whack job. Bradl totally fucking threw that shit in there. Like, I feel like he did that shit as a nod to all of us because the judge isn't going to be impressed by that. You know what I mean? He's not going to be influenced by that. There's no jury there. You know what I mean? Like he totally did that for the Karen Reed supporter benefit, for the Karen Reed supporters benefit. I absolutely believe that. Because at no point there's no record saying, he's just saying I'm talking to his state of mind, Your Honor, and you are thinking she's a whack job, right? Right? You can box her in and you can section her because she's a whack job, right? No.
He thought she was a whack job before he went.
Overruled.
Those are all things that were in your mindset, weren't they?
No.
Well, you said them, right?
The judge is like, overruled. I want to know if he thought she was a whack job.
No, that's inaccurate.
Sectioning her,
It was brought up by my lieutenant that she may have to be sectioned
and you told the state police that part of the job was to section her.
if she were to be sectioned.
You didn't say that part to the state police, did you?
I don't recall.
Okay, we'll go over all this, don't worry.
Okay.
And so,
Yeah.
with respect to the car,
Chill.
you testified in such a manner that you're suggesting that there was some suspicion attached to that, right?
Can you rephrase?
Yeah, you're suspicious of the fact that she parked the car 150 yards away, you said.
Yes.
So your mindset is that she's evading something or she's up to something?
Well, in my training and experience, the distance of where she parked her car from her house and having a baby, and also her behavior in the past where her car was always parked in the driveway, was,
So you didn't know her very well.
I knew where she lived and I patrol the town, so I have to drive by her house.
So she parks in the school next to her house.
Yes.
What are you thinking she's going to do?
I don't know. I don't know what her mindset was.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know her very well. I barely know her, you know, but I know where she parks her car all the time. I drive by her house and I pay attention to where she parks her car. I pay attention to find out. I mean, like, I'm interested in her car being parked. How? Are you wondering if she's home? Because I get that, you know, when there's somebody I know what kind of car they drive, I know where they live. You ride by their house, you're like, I wonder if they're home. Okay, cool. You know, like I remember those days. Maybe he's just a creature of habit, and that's just, you know, back in the days driving around through fucking Andover or wherever the fuck he's from. You know, okay, but don't sit here and be like, I barely know her. Like, you guys work together every day. You're partners. Stop it. Nobody believes that.
So you're speculating about any suspicion that's attached to that part of the job, right?
I was just suspicious about that.
So she's in the house. You know she's in the house.
No, I don't.
You go to the house. You knock on the door. Daly knocks on the door. She comes out like a regular mom, holding the baby, wearing sweats, hair's probably in a ponytail.
Regular mom.
Door.
Yes.
Right? So at that point, do you let go of your suspicions about where she parked the car?
I was still curious as to why she parked her car over 150 yards away.
Well, you're looking at it through your own lens as an investigator. Isn't it possible that there's 100 other possibilities in her life that maybe she parked there for some other reason?
Could be. I don't know. Again, I don't know what her mindset was.
So you go in there, and you are the only officer who has tactical gloves on when you go in there, correct?
They're neoprene gloves, yes.
So you're ready for anything, right?
It's past practice with me after working in Lawrence for so long. I tend to glove up for sanitary reasons. I knew we were going to have to handle her firearms, so I didn't want to get any of my prints or anything on them.
But you said you took them off fairly quickly when you got in there.
Yes.
And at what point did you take them off?
Right before she handed me the baby.
So you hadn't yet touched the firearms, and you took them off. So that plan about not getting your prints on the firearms didn't pan out, did it?
I didn't want to hold the baby with those gloves. They're pretty dirty.
And while we're talking about holding the baby, it's fair to say that
That's a good answer.
Simmons, with 3 cops standing there, had her baby, and she's the one that chose to give it to you. Isn't that right? You didn't ask for it. Daly didn't order her to give it to you. She, with whatever her mindset was, chose you to take her baby. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
And she chose you to take a bottle and feed her baby, right?
That's correct.
And then this is 5 minutes before you say,
Listen, bro, Tom, I love you, man, but you got to knock this shit off. Scott, too. Both you guys. I already told him. I told you, knock that shit off. I'm not even kidding. You guys sound fucking stupid. You sound like a couple of gays. Knock it off.
she tries to murder you, right?
That's correct.
Jesus.
Now, you said that you felt that the baby couldn't be comfortable because you had your vest on. So
What?
it wasn't comfortable, and
The baby couldn't be comfortable because I had my vest on.
Well, that's not what you said prior, is it?
Well, I like to have my hands free as well. I don't like my hands tied up.
That's what you said the last time, right? That when you spoke with the state police, that you didn't like having anything in your hands, and it was really a tactical reason why you gave the baby up, right?
No, it wasn't a tactical. I just didn't want to be holding the baby.
Isn't it tactical that you want to have your hands free to deal with anything you have to deal with at this?
I want to have my hands free on every call.
What's wrong with the word tactical? Why isn't that tactical?
Can you rephrase that?
What's wrong with the word tactical?
There's nothing wrong with that.
So why doesn't it apply? Because I said it?
I'm sure it could apply.
Because I said it.
I'm sure it could apply. Sure.
So for tactical reasons, you gave up the baby. But that's not what you said here at this trial, is it?
I don't recall what you. Can you rephrase that?
Well, here at the trial, you said that the baby couldn't have been comfortable and you wanted to give the baby off, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And you didn't say anything about wanting to keep your hands free for tactical reasons, right?
It wasn't asked.
You were asked what happened repeatedly, and you had every opportunity to talk about it, didn't you?
Sure.
And you left it out.
Not on purpose.
We'll see.
Mr. Bradl, comment like that isn't helpful, please.
Sorry, motion to strike.
You're moving to strike your own comment?
I am.
It's allowed. Forthright of you.
It is very forthright of you. That is, listen, yeah, just strike it, dude. I didn't mean to say that shit.
Just a moment. Yeah, take your time.
I'm going to ask you something about your grand jury testimony that we alluded to. So your testimony here was that you didn't get the whole plan from Officer Houston on the phone, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And my suggestion that your answer about the thing in sort of a matter-of-fact way was, okay, sounds good. And you disagree that you said that, right?
I don't disagree. I just don't recall.
You don't recall?
Yeah, what I said.
So isn't it true that you were asked, page 36, who did you get a call from? Officer Houston. And what was that call about? Was the next question. And your answer was, he had asked me if Lieutenant Daly reached out to me. I said no. Officer Houston said, hey, can you meet me at the CCC, which is a little grade school behind the Atkinson School. He said, we have to serve papers to Officer Kelsey. I said, okay, sounds good. And I drove over to that location and met up with him, right? And you knew those papers were a restraining order for Kelsey to give up the baby, give up her guns, lose her job, brought by her fiance, right?
I had no idea what was entailed in the restraining order at that time.
At what point did you learn the job here?
As far as the restraining order?
As far as this job you were going to do at Kelsey's house?
What job?
The restraining order service, taking the baby, finding the guns,
When I met up with
sectioning her,
Officer
boxing her in,
when I
putting
met
her
up
into
with Officer
custody.
Houston.
Don't talk when I'm talking, sir. Box.
Hold
Sorry.
on. Let's not argue back and forth, and just ask your questions. If you just wait to answer.
Bro.
If you just-
Putting her in,
When I
putting her
met
into
up with Officer
custody.
Houston.
Don't talk when I'm talking, sir.
I love that shit.
let's not argue back
Don't talk when I'm talking, sir.
questions. If you just wait to
Shish!
answer until he's done.
www.shush.com.
So you asked me what the job was. So my suggestion is that the job is serving the restraining order, going to get the baby, finding the guns. You thought about boxing her in and taking her into custody. You thought about sectioning her. That job.
when I met up with Officer Houston behind the CCC.
And at that point, you knew what you were getting into, right?
After he explained what was going on, and we were pretty shocked.
In all of the statements you've made prior to being here yesterday and today, you've never said that you were pretty shocked about anything, have you?
I don't recall.
You weren't shocked. You were treating this like a
Oh,
video game, weren't you?
of course you don't. I mean, you were talking like it's Call of Duty,
Well,
bro.
Your first answer is, sounds good, like it's any other day, right?
As to meeting up with him behind the CCC. Yep, sounds good. See you then.
Sounds good to meet up, okay. Let's talk about the bedroom and the shots that you fired. Here in court, you said that those shots were in rapid fire.
Rapid succession, yes. Okay.
And like a boom boom.
Yes.
Boom, boom.
No, that's not what you said to the state police, though, is it?
That was 8 months ago, right around there. I don't recall. I said I shot twice, possibly.
You told the state police that you pulled the trigger. This is 12:32 in audio. You told the police that you pulled the trigger once. You said the word once. And then you said, I kept giving commands. And then you said, I pulled the trigger again. That's a completely different scenario than
Yeah,
rapid
bro.
succession, isn't it?
Like he just said,
far as-
you just got, dude, shut up, bro. Like you just got fucking caught, dude. You just got caught. He just said it was like boom, boom, right? And he was like, yes. He agreed that it was like boom, boom, like it was quick. Between those two booms, there's no time to give instructions. There's no time. You're a goddamn liar. Stop it. You didn't give no fucking instructions in between the two shots because you didn't have time to give instructions in between those two shots.
I was trying to recall the event as best as possible. But, you know, rapid succession, you pull the trigger, pull it again. Yes, I pulled it twice.
Okay, but did you give instructions in between the shots or no?
Right after this incident, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
So it's fair to say that talking then is, it's right after the incident. Now you're here in court. Both of those propositions can't be true, can they?
Right, and you missed
The
once. Like,
proposition that you said here in court.
that makes no sense. Like, there's no way. There's no way you're going to miss. And then nobody else heard the shots, which is amazing. Bullshit. I don't fucking believe that shit at all. So, this guy shoots twice. Boom, boom. And one of them completely misses and hits the air conditioner, where the other one hits her in the chest, almost killing her. A potentially fatal shot, where the only reason she fucking didn't die is because she's a badass. What am I missing here? Okay, yeah. Then I'm mistaken. I apologize.
Rapid succession.
Yes.
And what you said on July 3rd, one shot, giving some commands, another shot. Both of those things can't be true, can they?
They can be true.
They can be true.
Yes.
So rapid succession, and then what? You talk really fast? before you get shot off, give commands. Don't do it. I'm asking you about this particular.
Boom, boom. Boom, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Boom. Boom, don't do it, don't do it, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, don't do it, don't do it, boom. Very different. There's a very, yeah. If I was looking at a fucking sound bite, it would be quite different.
Passage, this particular thing. Here you said you made 2 shots in rapid succession.
Yes.
You painted a different picture on July 3rd, didn't you?
No,
You shot, you gave commands, and then you shot again. How can that be rapid succession?
because that's how it went in rapid succession.
You disagreed with me that it was a boom boom.
Yes,
So where's the time for the commands between the shots?
as I'm yelling them.
Oh my God.
I think we got a super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. Super cat. Super cat. Super cat. I think we got a super cat. I think we got a super cat.
Not that, Dana. Damn it. Make an Amazon wish list for your new place. It's not begging. We love you and we want to show it. I will. Once I figure it out, I will post the link. And yeah, I appreciate that. That's great. Yeah, Aiden got me rethinking that whole goddamn thing. I was just like, wait a minute. Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, if people want to, then that's different. If people want to help, then right on. Because yeah, I am moving. Sometime in the beginning of April, people, this set that you're looking at now will be no more. It will be very different. It'll be somewhat similar, but this physical set will be no more. So I'm excited about it. It's gonna be, yeah. Big. I intend on making 2026 my year, my friends. So, yes, thank you, Dina, so much for that. I appreciate it.
Giving commands. I pulled the trigger again.
Yes,
So they're 2 different assertions, aren't they?
no.
Yeah, and I didn't think of it like that, but yeah, you're right. I realize that.
You gave a statement on July 3rd to the state police, right? A recorded statement?
Yes,
You testified yesterday and today. What was your preparation like for this case?
Am I technically moving closer to Boston? Yes, technically, but not enough to make a difference, really. Like, I'm technically still going to be in Tennessee. It's nowhere near where I am now, but yeah.
I met up with Mr. Gubitosi, Attorney Gubitosi,
How many times?
I believe twice.
And when did that? When were those meetings?
One was recently, I think last Thursday, and the one before, I can't remember.
And when did you start prepping your testimony?
This past Thursday.
Well, you probably started prepping your testimony about 5 minutes after the shooting, didn't you?
No,
When was the first time you were questioned about what happened?
I think July 3rd.
So everyone left you alone until July 3rd?
Yes,
Nobody questioned you? Like, nobody even said, because even in the movies, like, even in the movies, even like on Law and Order SVU, right? If Stabler is involved in a shooting, right? If Stabler's involved in a shooting, immediately IA is like, we're going to need to get your statement. We're going to need to get, and he's like, hey, I just had to shoot a guy who's barely not even a kid. Okay. And then they're like, well, in order to get to the facts, we need to get that statement while it's fresh in your mind as quick as possible. So, take some time. And then, okay, well, give me a couple days. Sure. And I see that happening, but he's saying nobody said shit to him. Nobody even bothered. Nothing. Amazing. Ms. Nomer, thank you so much. Member for 3 months. I can't find one photo of him with glasses on. Maybe he just started wearing them. At some point, I'm going to have to wear glasses, I think. I don't know. Liz88 gifted a membership. Oh, my God. Sometimes people just got to start wearing glasses, man. Who knows? You know?
When you were upstairs with Kelsey, she kept giving you things and asking you to take them downstairs, didn't she?
That's correct.
And she did that with Houston as well, right?
Yes.
So it's fair to say that she was trying to get you away from her.
I don't know what her mindset was. I wasn't going to leave her alone.
Sure, let me ask you a better question. The effect of that would have been, if you took things downstairs, that you would have left her.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. That's not consistent with her trying to kill you, is it? She's trying to get rid of you.
Can you ask that question again?
The fact that she's trying to remove you from the area where her gun is not consistent with her trying to kill you, is it?
Right.
At that point, no.
Okay.
So let's get into the incident here. What do you say happened?
At that point, no. So
Say that
she just decided,
Kelsey went
okay,
into the
well,
bedroom after being in the baby
he won't
shower.
leave the room, so I'm just going to fucking
She,
kill him. What?
You don't go in the room, right?
No, I stayed at the very top of the stairs.
I'm going to murder him in the
Fair to
face.
say you're on the landing, the top of the stairs, looking into the room.
That's correct.
And the room's got a lot of furniture in it, a lot of things everywhere, right?
Yes.
So you say that Kelsey has a change in her demeanor, right?
Yes.
She starts to shake and get upset, shaking uncontrollably, you said, right?
Yes.
Then she lunges.
Yes.
She's on her knees.
She was, I believe, on her right knee.
You said that she pushed off her left leg and lunged, right?
Yes.
And at the time, you were 3 feet away from her,
Yes.
maybe less.
Maybe.
So can we agree that's arm's length?
She was a little further away than arm's length, I would say.
So arm's length if you reach over me. How about
Yes.
that? And your testimony is that she lunges over and obtains a gun.
Yes.
Right. And she assumes a certain stance.
Can you elaborate?
Well, you were there. What stance did she assume?
She
Right.
pointed a gun at my face and pulled the trigger.
And yesterday, when you were being questioned, you assumed a
At my
two-handed stance.
face.
You showed up, didn't you?
That's correct.
And what do you call that kind of a stance?
I don't know.
Is that like a modified Weaver stance?
Yes.
A modified
So she assumes a
Weaver
modified
stance.
Can you stand up and show a modified Weaver stance? That's just what it's called. Can you demonstrate to us what a modified Weaver stance looks like?
Do you want me to stand up and show you?
Please.
So are you asking him just in general?
Just to
or-
show the stance in general first, yes, Judge, thank you.
So she grabs it, comes up, pulls the trigger.
That's not, I don't think that's what he was asking you, but.
So just what's the modified Weaver stance? What is it?
Here.
And can you describe it? What are you doing when you do a modified Weaver stance?
Strong side. Strong side. All right. So if I'm righty, this is my strong side. That's going to grab the pistol, and I use my support hand to support the weapon.
Are you ready?
I'm sorry?
Are you ready?
I am.
You can see. Thanks. And you're saying that Ms. Fitzsimmons had the gun in that kind of a stance?
Yes.
And how far was the gun away from your face?
It was right outside of arm's length.
So she's 3 feet away. She assumes the modified Weaver stance, so she's probably another foot or two towards you, right?
She stepped to the left. I don't know if she
Okay.
towards me.
So she was already, before she lunges towards you and is in a Weaver stance, right? Before she lunges towards you and is in a Weaver stance, she is 3 feet away from you, arm's length. Fucking arm's length. Like I am literally arm's length from my fucking camera. Like boom. I didn't move out of my seat. Like that's crazy close. That's crazy close. And so she's that close, arm's length. Lunges towards him. There's not enough room for me to lunge towards my computer, by the way. There's not enough, right? Lunges towards him and moves to the side and gets in a Weaver stance because she's the Black Widow from the Avengers. basically. She was just right before he shot her, she was just about to scissor tackle him by the neck and then put him in an arm bar and then John Wick him in the face. Right? That's what was happening. And he is such a fucking hero that he shot her before she got through with this amazing John Wickish move. Okay. Got it.
Well, your testimony was that she immediately lifted the gun to you and
Yes.
pulled the trigger and tried to shoot you right in the face.
Yes.
So the gun didn't go off,
No.
and there she is with the gun there. The guns didn't go off, and you're within feet of her and the gun that didn't go off, right?
That's correct.
And you didn't just grab her, did you?
No, I was in complete shock. And then she started backpedaling immediately and trying to tap and rack that weapon.
Right. So your testimony
I was in
is that
complete
goes
shock.
from a wounded bird shaking uncontrollably.
I was in complete shock. So I shot her.
Female movie action hero, doesn't she? That's your
I
description.
mean, that's your description of what happened.
She
A female action hero.
tries to murder you in the face.
Yes.
5 minutes after she has her feet her baby.
Yes.
She pulls the trigger, nothing happens.
Yes. It went click.
She stands up, right?
She was already standing.
So as she's standing, she shoots you. She tries to shoot you in the face.
Yes. And then she started to backpedal.
So first she backpedals, then she sidesteps. She tap racks again, right?
Yes.
So in all this time, this is like the longest tap rack in history, isn't it?
It's 4 seconds.
So she gets up. She sidestep first or backpedal first?
Backpedals.
So she backpedals first.
And then
How many
sidestep.
steps?
Okay.
I would say maybe
But she
4 or 5,
sidestepped,
and then maybe another
but
3, 4, 5.
she
7,
doesn't
8,
backpedal
right?
until
Goes to
you.
action.
It's fascinating because he doesn't throw in that she backpedals until Bradl shows that it's fucking impossible for what he just described to have taken place. Oh, but she backpedaled. She actually stepped back. Did she step back before she moved to the side or after? Oh, before she moved to the side. Oh, okay. So she wasn't arm's length from you. Got it. She was never arm's length from you. She wasn't arm's length from you to begin with, like you said, and then she wasn't arm's length from you when she lunged towards you, like you said. But now she backpedaled and then moved to the side after you said that she wasn't arm's length, but she moved to the side. Oh, but in all this time, in 4 seconds, this is all 4 seconds, right? She reached for her gun too within that 4 seconds. She went into the box and within that 4 seconds and reached for her gun, right? This is all fucking the best story I've ever heard in my life, bro. Like, I've been playing Spider-Man 2 on my PS5, bro, and like I haven't even seen Miles Morales do anything that cool.
She tapping the magazine and then racking the gun while she's moving around.
Yes. She's a well-trained police officer
Who's a whack job.
who tried to kill me.
So
Okay, right there. Did you catch that right there? Did you catch that right there? This was beautiful. Bradl. Here we go.
Tried to
Watch.
kill me. Well-trained police officer
who's a whack job.
who tried to kill me.
So they yeah, he just conceded to, okay, yeah, she's a whack job. She's a well-trained police officer who's a whack job that tried to kill me. A whack job that tried to kill me. Yes. That's basically how that just came off to the judge. Great job, dude. Awesome.
So let's get the order straight. You said that she backpedals first
Yes, after she pulled the trigger.
and nothing happens.
Yes.
And then she taps the magazine
Yes.
and then racks the slide.
I believe her hand slipped off. That's when she went in, and I was giving her commands, don't do it. And she re-racked and started to bring her right arm up.
And then she does it again, right?
Yes.
And you actually have no idea whether she successfully racked it the first time or successfully racked it the second time, correct?
That's correct.
You don't know what happened.
No, I don't.
And so it takes a few seconds to take 4 or 5 or whatever steps back towards the air conditioner, right?
From beginning to end, once she pulled the gun on me and pulled the trigger, and by the time I shot her, it was right around 4.
Kiko Hinko,
It
I'm
was
so
very-
glad you're back. Thank you so
She goes
much.
from
Remember, for 3
shaking
months.
uncontrollably,
Thank you so much.
sad about her situation, crying, to being pretty nimble.
She wasn't crying.
She walks, she's backpedals, you said, right?
That's correct.
Then she
Yeah,
side-
because she's
side
not going to
steps.
give she's not going to give a piece of shit like you the satisfaction of her tears.
And you had a look of panic on your face at that time, didn't you?
No,
You were flustered, weren't you?
no.
Well, you were in shock 5 minutes later, weren't you?
After the incident and my adrenaline dumped, yeah, I was in shock then.
So, at the time, getting back to the incident, Kelsey's by the air conditioner. She's backpedaled, she sidestepped, she tapped, she racked, she tapped, she racked, and then you shoot her.
Yes.
And you shot 2 shots. Where are we on the rapid succession? Which one do you want to go with? Rapid
There's
succession,
no way.
or you shot, gave commands, and shot again.
There's no way. There's no way that anybody would have a trained police officer, a trained soldier would ever let it get that far, would ever let another trained officer get that close to killing him before he shoots them. There's just no way. It would never happen.
Which is
I was given commands and shooting at the same time.
okay. Well, your prior testimony was that you.
Well, I'll
shot, you pulled the
try.
trigger, gave commands, and you pulled the trigger. again.
Paranoia.
So was it that, or was it?
Remember for 8 months?
Rapid succession.
It all happened in 4 seconds or less.
So you're a very
4 seconds or
well-trained
less.
SWAT officer. Yes.
Yes.
You're a firearms instructor.
No.
You're a patrol instructor, where you instruct
What's
other
that patrol?
officers on the job, right?
Field training officer.
Field training officer.
Yes.
Thank you. And you've been doing this for 25 years.
No.
20 years.
Right around there, yes.
Okay, so you've been doing this for 20 years. And one of your thought processes was that you wanted to give your training and experience back to the North Andover PD where you started, right?
Yes, and come back where I started.
And here, your first shot, you missed her from about 7 feet away,
I did. It was longer than 7 feet. It was at that point about 15 feet,
15 feet.
I would say.
Do you have any measurements on this?
No, but if you remove the bed and you were to walk diagonal from where I shot, it was
I thought that she was 3 feet of arm's length from you. What do you mean? How could she be 15 feet away when you shot at the air conditioner and it was 2 shots? Boom, boom. Now the shots are like, what, 4 seconds apart? I don't know if he's saying that. I don't think he's saying that it's 4 seconds apart, but 15 feet is a lot of difference between, like, there's a big difference between 15 feet and 3 feet, 4 feet even. Like, I don't get this.
probably around 15.
So the first shot you missed her and you hit the air conditioner. Is that right? Or
I
do you know?
didn't know where it went.
The room is only 14 feet by 11.
That's right.
Okay.
Wow.
You only have 1 spent projectile in this case, correct?
I don't know what state police collected.
You weren't curious as to any of the paperwork or anything that happened in the case?
I believe they told me that there was one on the bed and one on the floor, I think, but I don't know where that one projectile comes from.
Did you know that there was one in the curtain next to the air conditioner?
No.
Have you looked at any photos from this at all?
Some, yes.
Did you know that?
Nope.
Yeah, Coach Ryan? Yes, just a photo. Yes.
Right. I'm sticking to my theory. Thank you, Kim Steiner. Remember for 2 months. Yeah, he did not have to shoot her. Not in such a small room.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Now, the thing the thing to remember, I saw some people making comments like, "Oh, sorry, 1 second." I saw people making comments like, "Oh, Bradl wasn't that impressive, blah, blah, blah. He didn't talk about this. He didn't talk about that. That doesn't matter. What he's up there to do is make this guy look like the liar that he is. To find inconsistencies in his story, to put him in a position to where there's no way that he can be consistent in his story if he's telling if he's lying. So that's what he does, and he manages to pull this off. And he only needs to convince the judge. He doesn't need to convince any of the jurors. He just needs to convince the judge, right? That this dude, there's a lot wrong with his story. All he has to do is make the judge go, I don't know who's telling the truth here, man. And if he finds himself in a position where he has to go, I don't know who's telling the truth here, man. Bradl did his job. He cannot convict Kelsey based on that. That is reasonable doubt. And that is what Bradl is going for here. This is a brilliant cross-examination. And he's making it fun. He's making it fun.
Yes, that's the entrance to her bedroom.
And is that a fair and accurate depiction of kind of the stuff that was there at the time?
I didn't see any of that at the time because I was facing forward. That's at a completely different angle.
Well, that's the area where you say that she lunged to, right?
There, yes, that would have been my left. Yep.
Now, at some point, there was a safe there, wasn't there? A green safe.
I have no idea what was there.
Didn't you speak with Officer Core at the scene?
Yes, I did.
And Officer Core, you said that you ordered him to do something. You remember that?
I did.
You ordered him to take the gun and get it out of there?
Secure it.
And what were you doing at the time you ordered him to do that?
Rendering aid to Kelsey Fitzsimmons.
So you're over by the bed. He would have had to go in that area to get the firearm and secure it, right?
So I placed the firearm. You can't see the right side of the door frame. So if you were to walk into that bedroom and look right, there's some sort of, I don't know, nightstand or something. I put the weapon right there.
I'll show you Exhibit 75. Is this the...
Oh, it's the white, yes, it's it.
Is that where you put the firearm?
On top of that.
Now, let's just do it. 75, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So, let's talk about who touched the firearm. So Daly picks up the firearm, right?
Yes.
And the firearm was under Kelsey's leg, correct?
I don't know where it was. I was covering down. I know he flipped her over and found the weapon. I don't recall where it was.
Okay. You heard, strike that. So, your testimony is that Kelsey's racking the gun, sidestepping, backpedaling, tap rack, and at some point she points the gun at you, right?
Her arm started to come up towards me.
Okay. So it's fair to say that she's back again, like we said earlier. She's starting to do this, right?
No weaver stance.
Okay, so one hand?
It was.
Is that the FBI crouch? What do you call that? Is it
One-handed.
The FBI
I've
crouch.
never heard that term.
okay. So,
I have not either.
So we agree then that the gun is out in front of her, right?
It was in the upward position. It was coming up towards me. When I fired my second round, I saw her kind of buckle, and she lowered her weapon, and I stopped shooting, and then she went to the ground.
You hit her in the chest, and she goes flying back and lands on her back, right?
She didn't go flying back.
She landed on her back, correct?
She didn't go flying
I
back.
don't know which way she went. I think she crouched over.
Well, you knew she was on her back, didn't you?
She didn't go flying back. She came flying towards me, did a somersault, parkoured off the wall, and shot at me.
I don't remember. As far as that goes, it was...
Tried to murder me in the face.
So the idea that she's got the gun out in front of her, she falls on her back. If the gun's underneath her, is this some sort of a magic gun?
I don't know where you're getting at.
Doesn't it make sense that if the gun is out here and she receives a force of a 9mm bullet pushing her back this way, how does the gun get
Sue,
directly behind her
remember for
and under her leg?
24 months,
No
add
idea.
stuff to your
So-
studio on the Amazon list too. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I'll add everything on there.
Daly picks up the gun,
I'll add everything on
Yeah,
there.
puts it on
Thank you
the bed,
so much,
correct?
Sue.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
and you don't like that.
I don't. It's too close to her.
Well, she's sitting there with a gunshot wound to her chest with you there and Daly there. Isn't that fair to say?
Yes,
So then you touch the gun, right?
I do.
And then you move it to the white shelf, bookshelf.
Yes.
Now, I find this interesting because he's checked out.
Core arrives.
He gets pretty checked out. He's already over this. He's sick of the lying keeping the lie is exhausting. This is important. Like, this is something that a judge is going to see. You know what I mean? This is why, again, a bench trial is really good strategy. Another reason why the bench trial is really good strategy, because the judge is a lawyer. So the judge is looking at this guy getting tired and getting fucking fed up. He's not there in the interest of justice. He's playing defense. The prosecution has spent more time defending him than prosecuting Kelsey. So at this point, this is where Bradl has him pretty much worn down. He's exhausted. He's tired of keeping up with the lie. So he's basically just like, whatever. His answers are dismissive and short from here on out. And they're the equivalent of saying basically, whatever you say, whatever. I don't care anymore. Whatever. And the judge sees this shit. And this is what Bradl's going for.
And then you tell Core to grab the gun and secure it, right?
I do.
And then Core has it. Does he take it into the hallway?
Maybe. I remember just focusing my attention on Kelsey.
Sure, understandable. So you're focusing on Kelsey and you're giving her first aid.
Yes. Well, Lieutenant Daly was starting to work on her.
Well, is it fair to say that at first you still had your gun on her, but then you helped with the first aid?
Yes. Afterwards.
So that was your primary focus, was the...
I don't think that he thought... Earlier I had said that... Thank you, Cherry. Earlier I had said that he was worried about a camera being on the glasses. That's not... There's no reason for that. What I think he's worried about is that they're the kind of glasses that project the answers that he's supposed to, like feeding him answers in the lenses so that he can see what he's supposed to say. That's what Bradl was just trying. I don't think he was insinuating that was the case. I think he was just asking to make sure, because if somebody brings that to his attention, as absurd as it may be, it's still quite a thing. That could be a thing. I mean, have we learned nothing from the Karen Reed trial and the depths that these people will go to cover their own asses, right? So I mean, they're gonna invert videos and shit. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I don't know what the fuck Brookstone fucking sells these days. I don't know. I don't know what that store in the mall that has massage chairs and crazy gadgets sells these days. I haven't been in one in years. But with AI and everything, I don't know. You know? I mean, wait, maybe he's... But I think that Bradl, somebody probably said something to Bradl, and he's like, all right, I just have to make sure, you know. I just got to make sure. So I got to ask him so that if those are some crazy shit that I don't fucking even know exist, then, you know, he's lying about it if he denies it. He's on record lying about it if he denies it. It turns out to be true. So that's why he asked him.
Once you felt that she was not a threat to you on your testimony, you started to assist with the first aid, right?
Yes.
And you and Daly are rendering first aid, and then Core comes, right?
Yes.
And you say, get that out of here, secure the gun.
Yep, make it safe.
Okay, so it's fair to say that Core does that, but your attention is not on what he's doing, it's on rendering first aid, right?
That's correct.
So you don't have any knowledge or observation of what Core did with the firearm, right?
No.
At some point, are you aware that Core takes the green safe and the firearm out into the hallway?
I didn't see him do any of that.
I'll show you Exhibit 51.
Mac, welcome to Logic.
Do you recognize that?
Yes, I do.
So Exhibit 51 is the left side of the door frame where you say that Kelsey lunged, right?
That's correct.
Is that how it looked when she lunged over there?
I didn't see that when I was in the hallway.
Do you know anything about that shoebox with the orange lining?
I have no idea.
Do you remember seeing that chest with the brown leather trim on it?
I thought it was an end table when I walked out of the room.
Do you think that the gun came from any of those areas there?
With how quick she grabbed it, I think it came from that box, but I don't know.
That's a picture of the stairway, right?
Yes.
It's pretty narrow.
Yes.
And you went up to the top, and you were at that landing, right?
That's correct.
You never entered Kelsey's room?
No.
So you said that you were shocked that Kelsey was quickly grabbing the gun and putting it in your face,
Yeah, absolutely.
and you that she'd gotten a drop on you, right?
Yes.
She got
And
the
at that
drop
point,
on him.
You feared for your life, you say, right?
Absolutely.
And you
Now,
panicked.
having the drop on you implies that she had the gun pointed at you, meaning there's nothing you could do. You had no opportunity to do anything because she had the tactical advantage, as you explained what having the drop actually means, what it translates to, what its definition is. She had the tactical advantage over you. So if she had the tactical advantage over you and you ended up shooting her, how did she have the tactical advantage over you? That makes no sense. She did not have the tactical advantage over you because you were able to shoot her. She was unable to shoot you, but you were able to shoot her. So who had the tactical advantage?
And you shot her.
No.
Well, you missed her from just a few feet away.
It's hard to shoot a moving target or anything moving.
Wow.
Are you aware of the Post Commission?
Yes.
And you know that the Post Commission has issued regulations that are in the Code of Massachusetts Regulations?
Yes.
And you know that it's prohibited to use deadly force on a person who is exhibiting a danger only to themselves.
Absolutely.
And you knew that on June 30th, 2025, didn't you?
I've known that since I graduated the police academy in 2006, or even before.
Right. And you went in there thinking that Kelsey was dangerous and had guns and you might get into it, right?
That's inaccurate.
And that's why you had your gloves on, isn't it?
No.
You were ready to get wet.
Oh, you didn't. Hold on.
Right?
That's inaccurate.
And that's why you had your gloves on, isn't it?
No.
You were ready to get wet.
No.
I'm sorry, ready to get what?
Get wet, Your Honor.
This is funny as shit because I, of course, immediately the same things that go through my mind go through everyone else's mind when you hear Bradl say that. It's very funny. You ready to get wet? Get wet? What do you mean get wet? Ill. Buck naked. Sure. That's what you had. That's totally comes to mind immediately. Karen McCourt, member for 5 months. Thank you. Kelsey's bedroom is 11 feet 3 inches by 12 feet 10 inches. Thank you so much. That is very helpful. And shit goes through everybody's head. You were ready to get wet, huh? I love that shit. You were ready to get wet, my man.
Gay!
And it's funny because it's one of those things where Bradl was just it just came to mind and he said it. That's what I believe happened. This is what I believe happened. That it's one of those things that Bradl, it just kind of slipped out, but the judge was like, I'm sorry, what? Bradl didn't have a choice. He had to double down. He had to stand by his choice of words there and go, wet, Your Honor, get wet. I know that's what happened. I don't care what anyone says. And it totally flew. It's fine. It did not fuck anything up. But it was funny because I know that as soon as that's one of those things that came out of his face. And he was just like, fuck, I wish I could put that back in. He can't. The judge caught it, went, what? So Bradl doubled down and he was like, get wet, Your Honor, which means he was ready to get some fucking blood on him. Like, Bradl had to immediately go into mode where he's like, okay, fuck, I'm going to have to like really lawyer the fuck out of that statement right there that I just said, out of that term I just used. But he
That's when
didn't.
you had to adjust the narrative, isn't it?
He didn't.
No.
He could move on.
So you're gonna.
The judge let it go.
You got into a gunfight with somebody who was your colleague, right?
Yes.
Who had just given you her baby to feed 5 minutes earlier
Yes.
of her own volition.
Yes.
She developed some sort of a homicidal animus towards you for what Justin Elaine just did to her, right?
I don't think it was unbeknownst to me. I didn't know Justin was in the house. I think I was standing in her way for her to get downstairs and kill Justin.
Tomorrow's word is moist. I didn't know you'd like to get wet, though. Wet.
Hindsight.
Ew. Buck naked. That's what you had.
Please, one more, please, Mark.
Take your time.
Did you have a taser?
I did.
Why didn't you use
I
it?
think maybe to use the taser when she pulled the trigger and the gun didn't go off.
No.
Why not?
Deadly force with deadly force.
She's 3 feet away from you.
Yes.
Could have just grabbed her, couldn't you?
No.
No? Your partner? That you barely know?
And if there was deadly force, you wouldn't have stopped at 2 shots, would you? You would
I
empty that magazine right into her.
I stopped when she stopped. And that's what I'm trying to do. Stop the threat, not empty a mag.
What were some of the things that she asked you to bring downstairs?
I think there was a basket of books, and I believe some clothes. I think she put them in a car seat.
What did you say to her when she asked you to bring them downstairs?
I said we'll deal with that later, and I put them down.
What was her reaction?
She just kept packing stuff.
So you said that you were you started your career in the North Andover Police Department, correct?
That's correct.
And you left for the Lawrence Police Department in what year?
2011.
And then you were on the SWAT team from 2019 to 2024, correct?
That's correct.
And that you left North Andover to get a faster pace, right? What do you mean by a faster pace?
Busier. Are you talking about when I left North Andover to go?
Shit. Sorry, I was muted. Faster pace. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm aging quite rapidly. So I was looking for something that was in the same pace as my aging process, because I'm the Glare's age exactly, and I look like I could be his great grandfather. So
Go to Lawrence, or
Yes.
A busier atmosphere,
More action.
more calls for service,
More what, I'm sorry?
calls for service.
Calls for service.
I wanted more experience.
calls for
And
service.
you were there for how long?
I love that shit.
In Lawrence,
Bradl. I wish there was a Bradl cam. Like, seriously, I wish there was a Bradl cam. Like, I feel like he just went, look, listen to him.
I wanted more experience, more calls for service,
More what, I'm sorry?
calls for service.
Calls for service.
I wanted
Bradl just blew that shit off. Like, yeah, more calls for service, right? More calls for service. Okay.
more experience.
I wish there was a Bradl cam.
In Lawrence,
Yeah.
from 2011 to 2024.
2024, you go back to North Andover, correct?
Yes.
And you said that you wanted to bring your training and experience back to where it all started, right?
Yes.
Meaning you wanted to offer officers at North Andover the benefit of your training and experience, correct?
Correct.
You said that you only have 10 years left, getting older.
That's fascinating because he has all this expertise that he wants to bring to the Andover PD, right? And he has all this expertise. He wants to bring his experience, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, he's like the biggest dummy with a gun. Fascinating. Like, because that's the thing. That's what I chalk this guy up to. I don't chalk him up to some guy who's involved in some attempted murder plot with Justin or anything crazy like that. I don't think it's anything like that at all. I think at the end of the day, this guy is just a dummy with a gun. That's it. Period. Nothing else.
A slower pace is what's needed, right?
Yes.
So is it fair to say that the stress of a busy urban department was getting to you?
No,
Well, you did tell Kelsey that you had PTSD, didn't you?
absolutely not.
So slower pace, and you just wanted to grace the department with your training and experience, correct?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Judge, I told counsel that I would ask for sidebar before the next topic. Sure.
He's ready to get wet. Fantastic. Fucking love Bradl, bro. Yeah, this goes on forever. Hold on. All right. Lake Tashmu. Welcome to Logic. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate it.
For the record, Officer Noonan is not in the courtroom, correct? Okay. Mr. Bradl, do you have additional counsel sitting with you?
Yes, thank you. I want to introduce my attorney, Toby Castle. They're attorneys that are working with us in the probate court, and I wanted to ask them to go right if they were up here because they've been assisting us with various factual matters. Would that go right to the court if they sit here?
Commonwealth, if you take a position?
No, but if I appear to the case.
Yeah, I think you'll have to file these limited appearances for the day. That's fine. And let me just let me get your names. So your names again? Okay, welcome. All right, so let me just discuss what we were, or just raise what we were discussing at sidebar. So Mr. Bradl came to sidebar, asked for permission to explore three areas on his cross of Officer Noonan.
Yeah, I will be joining Maz's stream in about 30 minutes. Yeah, I will be joining if the mighty one's there, then yeah. I don't know who he has scheduled as guests today, but he asked me and I will be there.
The Commonwealth reminded me that this topic or topics are addressed in a motion in limine that the Commonwealth filed prior to trial that I deferred ruling on, which is paper 62, Commonwealth's motion in limine to prohibit questioning regarding current duty status. Mr. Bradl, let me just start by paraphrasing what I think the three areas are,
yes,
and then you can tell me. You wish to explore three areas on cross with Officer Newman on the grounds that the areas could show or do show that he was offered promises, inducements, or rewards for his testimony. Right? That's the theory. The first being, generally speaking, that he was not drug tested after the shooting. Is that what you're saying?
That's
Okay.
right, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
It was a town policy. It's a town policy that if there's a serious incident, that the town would drug test the officers involved.
Okay, so number two, and I may not have these in the order that you raised them. Number two was that essentially you allege Officer Noonan missed a shift sometime after the shooting. Perhaps it was, let's say, medication related, generally speaking. And number three, that Mr. Noonan, Officer Noonan allegedly was placed on administrative leave, but allowed for more details, and that you believe that to be in violation of some policy or CBA.
Yes, Your Honor. You're either a policeman who can work or you're a policeman who can't work. And you can't be performing details in uniform as a policeman while you're out on critical incident leave because you can't work.
All right. So generally speaking, we did we did address some of this pre-trial in the sense that there was a Rule 17 motions, right, by the defense to get Officer Noonan's IAD files from Lawrence and North Andover PDs, which I believe Officer Noonan agreed, which is really unprecedented in my view, agreed to provide a waiver for him to get those. So, Mr. Bradl, so did you get the files that you were seeking?
Now, this is interesting because something happens here. Something happens here that's fascinating.
ID files? Yes. Okay. And so let's just go through each point. The first point about the alleged, well, let me say this, is I stand by what I said. The Commonwealth argues that these areas or these questions, strike that, that there's no view of the evidence that could show that any of these three things would be promises, inducements, or rewards under our rules, because whatever the North Andover Police Department did, they did as a product of their own administrative duties, and it has nothing to do with the prosecution team, and there were no promises made in exchange for his testimony. So I'm sure that Ms. Moriarty could articulate that much better than I did, but let me try to cut to the chase. I agree with the Commonwealth, as I said before at the Rule 17 hearing, but I think arguably, and I want to hear you folks, that they could be asked, again, I need to drill down more, but they could be asked to show some kind of bias in the sense that...
That's a great question.
Police,
why didn't he get tested after he shot a fellow cop?
And Officer Noonan are trying to curry favor with one another in lieu of his testimony here. Okay, let's just say arguably for a moment. But let's just go back now. Mr. Bradl, what's your basis for saying that, for alleging that he wasn't drug tested and that there's some policy, or does the Commonwealth concede?
The Commonwealth concedes he wasn't drug tested, but that the Commonwealth position that it's not a policy, that there's no violation of policy, because the collective bargaining agreement policy promises a general personnel policy of the city. And so, in that way, there's no...
Right on. Yeah, I will be there in about 25 minutes.
Officer Noonan provided grand jury testimony and according to the Commonwealth dated and in August, and all of these incidents happened well subsequent to that. And there's no claim that Officer Noonan has substantially changed his testimony from what he gave in grand jury or what he told the police on July 3rd. So again, there's no plausible showing or consideration in exchange for his testimony that has been remarkably consistent since July 3rd.
What do you say to that?
Remarkably consistent?
Yes.
Okay. So I don't think that's really the issue right here.
No, it is, because the Commonwealth raises a good point. So even on
Take a crack at the other side of it.
No, even on my theory, and I'll just give me a moment. Even on my theory, that arguably, let's say that each side, again, not the Essex DA's officer, the prosecution team under Rule 14, but let's say the police department and Officer Noonan are trying to curry favor with one another. Ms. Moriarty does make a valid point that there still needs to be some showing that he's changed his story.
Sure. I know that's a familiar topic that we all use in this area. Oh, they didn't change their testimony. That's not this. Here's why. This is a reward. It's after the fact. They're giving him rewards.
This is interesting.
Cooperation to keep him happy. So he does well. So he's economically enriched. So he's treated nicely. And it's a reward. That's why that doesn't apply here, Judge. He is being rewarded for his continued cooperation. It's not the typical one that we often give him.
But let me just push back on that. So he's cooperative, but does his testimony... but he gave, I think this is what I heard, is he gave a recorded statement to the state police a few days after the shooting, right? So he's being rewarded for cooperation, for doing his legal duty, that is, show up when he's summoned to testify in open court?
I think the fact that there's a legal duty attached to someone testifying doesn't eliminate the fact that you can be rewarded for what you're doing. You can get special treatment outside the rules. And I think that goes to the heart of cross-examination, where if someone has a rule made up just for them, that they can be a cop on a detail, but they don't have to be on the schedule because they're out on leave because they can't perform their job. That's a remarkable, unprecedented, in my research and investigation, an unprecedented accommodation.
Well,
Totally.
Is it unprecedented, or is it legally binding part of the CBA?
No, it's in violation of that.
Okay, so I don't, go ahead, Ms. Moriarty.
Judge, I'm frankly less concerned about this issue where you're the background. I think it's the right thing to do is to keep this as any other witness, where it doesn't matter what employment decisions are, what they are police and Officer Noonan now, but that's employment decisions just like IA files are not part of the prosecution team, not part of the working. The handler doesn't promise Officer Noonan something without the approval of the district attorney's office. So I think that again, that interplay, if there is any interplay there, has nothing to do with Officer Noonan's testimony.
Okay, but Mr. Bradl says that this absence of drug testing was in contravention of the CBA?
I don't think he hasn't brought forward the CBA. He has no basis to ask you questions.
All right, So, Mr. Bradl, let's move on to the second point. Your second point is that
So Bradl is saying that he received special treatment, and it's interesting why he feels this way. This is interesting.
Officer Noonan allegedly missed a shift related to some medication. Let's leave. I don't need to know more. I mean, I know more because you've articulated that sidebar, but we don't need to rehash that. And you're saying, I think somewhere in your paperwork, that as a result of that missing the shift, I think you referred to it as AWOL, he received a written reprimand as opposed to some more significant action, adverse action. Correct? Is that generally what your theory is?
Generally, yes, Your Honor, with a little more elaboration if I could.
Please.
So we've had a number of whistleblowers from the department protest with information. And as a result of that, I will proffer to the court that I have a good faith basis to assert that.
You assert generally what?
I won't say anything.
This is interesting.
What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to.
He has, so basically Bradl is saying, I have sources within the department that are telling me, whistleblowers, people that are telling my team that this dude didn't get drug tested for the purpose of him testifying the way that they want him to testify here today, for the purposes of cooperating with their story. That's what he's basically saying, or at least alluding to. But he's definitely saying that there are sources within the department that are saying that he was getting special treatment and rewarded for something in regards to this case.
To make sure that no witness's reputation is attacked and destroyed for on an illegal issue that I end up denying. All right. So I'm not saying that that's the case here, but let's just say, okay, let's skip that. You have a good faith basis to ask this. Okay. You say you have a whistleblower, et cetera. So you're saying that this again shows what, that he's receiving favorable treatment.
Rewards for his continued cooperation. That's correct. That it doesn't have anything to do with changing his testimony, not changing his testimony. That he's being lavish with rewards. He is that this.
It doesn't have anything to do with this. It doesn't have anything to do with his testimony, but he is being rewarded for his cooperation, whatever that means.
Reprimand letter was not going to be issued, and that at some point it was sort of after the fact thing that it was in fact issued for appearance's sake, and that originally there was going to be no sanction whatsoever and no exploration into the, and I won't say it, but the reasons why he missed a shift.
Okay, so let's say there that the proposed question is, Officer Noonan, isn't it true that on such and such a date, you overslept because of some medication, you missed a shift, you were deemed AWOL, and you only received a public a written reprimand when policy called for you to be subject to the death penalty. And so that's the question. And he says yes, no, okay. Then what? Let's say he says no, that's not true.
Well, we have the letter, Your Honor. Minimum we have that.
All right. So, all right. And then the last.
Is Massachusetts a death penalty state?
Allowed to work details of violation policy.
Right.
And you're saying that that's ongoing?
I mean, I don't know if he looks like an addict. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think it was a death penalty state. And thanks for sending people over here, other Mary B.
Another whistleblower. And, they come to me in good faith, and
have you vetted these whistleblowers?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's vetted the whistleblowers.
If this was a jury trial, and I realize I'm talking out of two sides of my mouth because I said yesterday we're going to treat this just like a jury trial. If this was a jury trial, this would be an easy decision. The decision would be not even close on your proffer, denied. The objection to this would be sustained. I'm going to allow one question each as to each of these areas. Mr. Bradl, you'll accept whatever the testimony is.
See, I love that shit. I love that shit because the judge is like, yeah, if this was a jury trial, I'd be like, no fucking way. But the thing is this judge is like, kind of like, I want to know. I'm going to give you a little wiggle room here, just a little bit. One question each one question per topic, per one of these 3 topics. So each one of these 3 topics, you get one question. So Bradl's got some pressure on him because he gets a chance to, like, he does get a chance, but at the same time, it's going to be difficult to get this guy to catch him on a lie with one question.
Is under oath to that answer to that question. I'll just remind you, because I'm reminding you, I'm really saying this for our audience, not you personally, but I'll just remind counsel that questions of witnesses are not evidence. The evidence is their answers. So that's what will be used or could possibly be used in your closing argument. I'm going to allow one question each as to these areas, and you'll have to live with the answer that is provided under oath. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, the answer is going to be the answer. So you better make the question good. But I'm giving you some wiggle room here that I wouldn't give you if this was a jury trial.
You need to speak with Officer Noonan about this before he returns to Commonwealth. Okay. All right. So he may resume the stand, Officer Noonan.
Now, I was up late last night, and I woke up really early and walked clubber this morning, and then went into watching this. And by now, at this point, I was like fighting to keep my eyes open, and I totally ended up napping. So I missed the entire rest of the day of this trial today. But everyone, I mean, that's the thing, is like, it doesn't matter. Like, I went into Jess Machado's chat and I asked everyone, like, I fell asleep. Like, I missed the rest of anybody else besides this guy's cross-examination. Was there any testimony that was significant at all? And everyone was like, no, not really. So nothing of real significance happened here. So, I mean, the whole case boils down to, as we've always said before the trial even started, the whole case boils down to whether or not the judge believes Noonan. The judge, there's no way the judge is going to, like, the judge can't believe Noonan because Noonan did not give a consistent account. Tracy Cooley, thank you so much. I think he might have issued the using prescription meds as they prescribed, like too much Flexerol that causes you to miss your shift. Oh, you think they might have issues with using prescription meds as they are prescribed? Okay. I don't know what Flexerol is or what it's for. I haven't even Googled it. It's actually a good idea. A prescription muscle relaxant used for short-term treatment of muscle spasms, pain, stiffness, typically combined with, it's a muscle relaxer. Muscle relaxers fuck you up. Just so you know. And the effects include drowsiness, right there, the first one. Drowsiness, dry mouth, and dizziness. So yeah, I mean, it's a muscle relaxer. I've seen people on muscle relaxers. And if you drink with them, you're fucked. You're useless. Completely fucking useless. You're useless even when you take them, I would assume. I just, all medications have that effect on me. I don't fuck with prescription medications ever. But that's just me.
Thank you, Officer Noonan. Mr. Bradl, you may continue your cross-examination. Thank you.
Sir, I want to ask you some questions about some of the treatment you've gotten by the North Andover Police Department since this incident. Sure. Okay. Now, after this incident, immediately after this incident, you were not drug tested by the town or the police department, correct?
No.
And you're aware that's a policy of the town?
That I don't know.
That shit trips me out.
As far as the drug testing, no.
Now, you also,
I know you're kidding around, but like I talk to people who like when they think of downers and opiates like oh man, such a good time, and I'm just like, how is that a good time? You know what you look like on that shit? Like, how is this a good time? That's not a good time to me. It sounds awful. It looks awful. It looks awful. But at least you're not annoying, you know? Like the opposite, people do cocaine and it's just annoying. Like they just talk nonsense.
are on critical incident leave right now, or word to that effect, right?
Yes.
And that means that you're not able to perform the duties of a police officer for the time being, so you get put on leave, right?
Yes.
And yet at the same time, you're being permitted to work as a police officer on paid decals, isn't that true?
Yes, that was our union.
So it's just a yes or no question?
Yes.
All right. And that is an accommodation that was made via a side, may I inquire, or?
I'm already going to ask one question.
Yeah, sustain. Next question.
That is something that is not ordinarily permitted, is it?
Sustain. No, you got your answer, okay?
Okay.
Next question.
All right. Now, you also were absent without leave from a shift recently, correct?
Back in January, yep.
And with respect to that, there was a reprimand letter issued to you, correct?
That's correct.
And at first, that wasn't going to issue, was it?
All right, let me just hear the question. What I was really expecting was one long leading question each, but that's all right, you're breaking it up. Let me just hear the question. Officer Noonan, please don't answer it until I hear it. Go ahead.
The question, Judge, is that reprimand letter that appeared in your file was originally not going to issue against you, was it?
All right, that's the question?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna live with the answer?
Yes.
All right, yes or no?
I have no idea. I was just called in one day to sign it.
Okay.
So I have no idea if it was or it was not.
All right,
So you have no idea what the letter said? What do you mean?
Okay, that's all I have in here.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
You signed
In
it.
that area, you're not done with cross?
You didn't read it?
In that area, right, in terms of rewards, Judge, yes, that's all I have.
It involves you, like you didn't read it to make sure that you weren't fucking confessing to a crime when you just shot a fellow police officer? That's pretty confident, dude. So you went down there, you were like, well, okay, well, I don't really know if the shit was reprimanding me or not reprimanding me. I just, they called me down there to sign it, so I signed it. What do you mean, dude? Dude, if I just shot somebody on the job and it was a fellow officer, somebody who I rolled with that I had a personal connection with, or could at least be construed that I had a personal connection with, like, I'm reading that shit and I'm bringing a lawyer with me to read it. What are you talking about?
Now, I want to circle back on a couple of things. You gave a recorded statement to the state police on July 3rd, correct?
Yes.
And we talked back and forth about your belief or your expressed intent to section her, and you said that wasn't the case, right?
Can you ask that again?
Yeah, you said that there was discussion about sectioning her, but that wasn't your thought process, or you didn't know about it or whatever, right?
When we discussed it, behind the school, it was brought up that she may not take this well. She may have to get sectioned. She was sectioned prior. So
here you're saying that it was a speculative possibility. Is that fair to say?
it could have been a possibility depending on how she took the restraining order, respectfully.
Judge, if I may, I'd like to play a recording from the state police interview from July 3rd.
For impeachment purposes?
Yes.
All right, any objection? Okay, sure. We should probably, we need to mark it for ID at least, unless you're seeking to admit it, but let's take it.
I'm just I'd be playing a prior inconsistent statement, Judge, for.
Okay, so we're gonna have to mark it for ID. I don't know, do you have a mechanism to be able to do that? Is it on a thumb drive or something that can be marked?
That dude looks twice LTL's age and has twice as much hair.
If you're not able to do so today, tomorrow morning, just please bring in the recording that's being played and we'll mark it.
Certainly.
Okay, all right.
Say had just taken out a restraining order, and we were there to serve it, confiscate her firearms, and then we were going to section her.
So that's what you said on July 3rd, that we were going to section her, right?
Yes.
So at the time, you had it in your head that she was someone who needed to be sectioned, right?
if that's what I said in the statement.
Nah, dude, you were like, we're gonna section her. Not we're gonna see how it works out, and then we might section her. It was, this is how this is gonna go down today. We're gonna section her. The fuck?
In other words, somebody who was mentally ill and a danger to themselves or others, right?
Yes.
And that never panned out, right?
No, it didn't.
Because she was shot in the chest and went to the hospital for 53 days, right?
No, she tried to kill me.
She tried to murder you in the face.
Now, I asked you earlier about whether or not you talked to Ms. Fitzsimmons about PTSD type symptoms. You recall that?
No, I don't.
You recall me asking
you asked me,
today?
yes.
And isn't it true that you went on a call with her in August of 2024? That was a extremely difficult call involving a murder-suicide where the murder was of a baby.
Yes,
right?
it was horrific.
And you and Kelsey went to that call, right?
With other officers, yes.
And you had shared some texting after that, right?
Yes, I was being a senior officer trying to help out a rookie go through a traumatic event.
And your phone number, I don't want to give out the phone number, but it's fair to say that you had, Kelsey had your phone number.
Yes, I think we were all in a group text.
And it's a 978, just leave it there.
That's correct.
Okay. And so in that text, you said to Kelsey, relating to your past career, I spiraled down a rabbit hole, a very dark place. This happened years later in my career. We can speak in person about that. I have a guy I've been going to for years, like 10. And when I feel like I'm off, I call him, and all I have to say is, I need a tune-up, and he does me in. Right?
Okay, so he never told Kelsey that he had PTSD, according to his testimony. But apparently in text message, he not only said that he suffered from PTSD, but he's been seeing a guy for 10 years. He's been seeing a therapist for 10 years to talk about it and treat it. Okay? So you're a liar.
I don't recall that, but if that came from my number, then I had that conversation with him.
Okay, so that totally contradicts. This is wild, bro. Yeah, so in a couple of minutes, I'm going to end the stream.
Oh, which one? This one right there.
Now he's going to show him the text message, but after this, in just a minute, I'm going to end the stream, and then I'm going to send you guys over to Maz's because I'll be over there.
But this is the black part is you, and the blue part is Kelsey, right? You can get some context.
Wait, I'm in blue?
Kelsey's
Oh,
in blue,
Kelsey's
and
in
you
blue.
in black, yeah.
So can I just make an observation? So you asked the witness about this particular text, about essentially that perhaps he had therapy and needed a tune-up, et cetera.
Yes.
He said his answer was he basically is not contesting the
Yes.
authenticity of that. So what are we doing?
Well, it's tricky, Judge, from where I sit, it's tricky that when a witness says, well, if that's what it says, so I feel like I need to establish that's what it says, that's all.
Okay,
And
fair
so,
enough.
and I think I can leave it there. Officer, is that what it says? What I
Yes,
suggested?
it does.
And so we agree that you communicated that to Kelsey?
Yes.
And
So you lied on the stand.
stuff to share with somebody that you say that you didn't know very well, isn't it?
Again, senior officer. She's going through a lot. I was just trying to be there for her.
So I made up a story
One
about
horrific call.
And
About
we agree that
PTSD?
That's something that can create very profound bonding between officers when you have a common tragedy that you have to deal with.
Yes, but you move on. You go back to work.
I want to go back to the bedroom where Kelsey's on the floor and you stop holding the gun on her. You assist Lieutenant Daly with first aid.
Yes.
Okay. And you were asked by the ADA, what did she say when she was on the floor? Recall that?
I don't remember that.
Yes or no, just the context of being asked that.
Maybe.
Okay. And see if this refreshes your memory. You said that she said, it hurts. She said it hurts. I, meaning you, said, keep breathing, you have a baby to live for,
Yes.
right? And that was your testimony about what she said.
Which is
right?
consistent with somebody who just tried to kill
And
themselves.
that was the whole truth.
Yes.
Now, when you were interviewed by Attorney Bennett of the CIC investigation,
Yes.
you painted quite a different picture, didn't you?
No.
You had something to add that made you look good, didn't you?
No.
You said to Attorney Bennett, if I have one moment, I just want to get this exactly right. Just need a moment, all right?
No problem, take your time.
Tortoise interference. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thought he meant he didn't know if it was originally going to be issued, but I think he's lying about that anyway, in my opinion. Thank you so much.
With respect to the CIC report, you did say the part that she was saying it hurt. I told her to just keep breathing. Do you recall that?
Sure.
You have a son, you know you want to be here for your kid. Does that ring a bell?
I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry, you have a son, you know you want to be here for your kid.
Okay.
You said that to Mr. Bennett?
If it's there, yes.
Then you added something quite memorable that you didn't say here in court, isn't that correct?
You tell me what's in it. I don't know.
You said that she reached up, she grabbed my hand, I held her hand, consoled her, and then I asked her, why? And she stopped talking and just literally just looked right through me, death stare. That's what you said.
Yes. If it's there, that's what I said.
Jesus Christ, dude. That's a big difference between what you're saying then and what you're saying now.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing further.
I'm sorry. No,
Wow.
You're done?
Yes.
Okay, redirect.
So I'm going to show you
All right.
the previous remark today.
All right, that's it for that. Folks, I am going to wrap this up. I'm dropping the link in chat right now. And you guys are going to leave here and raid Mazamedia because I'm going to jump on there in just a minute. But I'm heading over to Maz's. I'll be on panel with the Mighty One and Lauren and Lori. So I hope to see you guys in that chat. I look forward to that myself. So I love you guys. Remember, it only takes a second to stay safe. And we will do this again very soon, my friends.
Watch out!
retarded means leading a full life. Retarded people go to work or school, just like their neighbors, and come back to a real home. A supervised home, right in the neighborhood, where they belong. Being retarded never stopped anyone from being a good neighbor.